Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, November 18th. Here's what's happening. A group of bipartisan House members are set to host survivors of Jeffrey Epstein on Capitol Hill today. Democratic Representative Ro Khanna of California and Republicans Thomas Massie of Kentucky and Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia will gather for what's being called the next steps for the Epstein Files Transparency Act. The precedent coincides with the House taking up legislation to force the DOJ to release all of the Epstein investigation documents, perhaps as early as today. On Monday, Trump said House Republicans should vote to release the Epstein files, and he'll sign the measure if it passes the Senate. The acting director of FEMA is stepping down. David Richardson was selected to head the agency following former acting administrator Cam Hamilton's firing in May. CNN reports Karen Evans will replace Richardson. She's currently senior advisor at FEMA. A federal judge is ruling that a former Alaska Airlines pilot will not have to serve prison time after attempting to cut the engines off a passenger flight in 2023. Joseph Emerson was sentenced to time served and 3 years of supervised release in a case that highlighted the need for increased mental health support for pilots. After his arrest, Emerson told police he was distressed over a friend's death, had taken psychedelic mushrooms 2 days earlier, and had not slept for over 40 hours. The former pilot pleaded guilty to interfering with a flight crew, must also pay over $60,000 in restitution, primarily to Alaska Air Group. More than half of consumers say they won't make changes to Thanksgiving this year to try and save money. That's according to Butterball's annual Thanksgiving Outlook. The survey found 89% of consumers plan to celebrate the holiday, and 84% will do so with a turkey. Consumers expressed concern about inflation, but most said they would not compromise when it comes to Thanksgiving. Some said they would do things like change non-food items, such as paper goods and decor, or ask guests to bring part of the meal to help control costs. And Cardinal Pier Battista Pizzaballa, the Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem, will visit Detroit in December as he fundraises for projects in the Holy Land. Archbishop Edward Weisenberger made the announcement yesterday and said, quote, "It is a blessing for the faithful of Detroit to welcome Cardinal Pizzaballa, whose courageous witness in the Holy Land strengthens the entire church." Cardinal Pizzaballa will be in southeast Michigan from December 4th through 7th. During that time, he will also be meeting with the Chaldean Catholic Eparchy of St. Thomas the Apostle, an Eastern Rite diocese based in Southfield, Michigan. And that's the news this morning. I'm Matthew Handley.